Welcome back to Practical Coder. In the previous video, we have seen how to define a function in brief and what are the different types of functions and how to implement them. So in this video, we will see what a main function is, which indicates where the program to begin the execution, and all C programs must have main, can pass data into it. Returning data is optional, which is error code if you don't return. So if you are going to define int main, you need to return to an integral value, or else your program will not debug or compile. So let us see in detail how to define a function. So when we create a function in C, we need to specify the function header as the first line, which is hash include stdio.h of the function definition, followed by curly it's int main. It will be followed by curly braces. The executable code is between the starting and ending of the braces. So our code which is present or to be written must be written in this starting brace and the up to the ending brace. The block of code between the braces following the function header is called the function body. So we will just illustrate it in a brief way. So printf hello and welcome to my channel. So this is the block of code which I am writing in the braces which I am going to specify. So this body is known as the function body. Okay, function header defines the name of the function. So parameters, the type of value that the function returns. The function body contains the statement that are executed when the function is called. So the function body only contains the statements which are executed when the function is called. So here printf, I'm calling a function to print out the line hello and welcome to my channel. So have access to any values that are passed as argument to function. So if we are going to initialize it in the main function, so our values or variables which are going to define will be implemented. Return type function name, parameter separated by commas. So this is the structure I have illustrated here with the printf statement. So the first line of the function defines definition tells the compiler three things about the function. So let us see what are those three things. The type of value it returns, the first thing, its name, the function name which is specified int main or something, returning to a function, the argument it takes. Choosing meaningful names increases the readability of the program. So it provides a comfort to the user or the reader of the program. Void print message void. So void is used to return to no value. So here we are going to print a message. Printf programming is fun. So this is the statement I'm going to print, and I will not return to any value because void will not return to any value. So the statement of a body may be absent but the basis must be present. So if there is a null statement also, the compiler will consider it and print out something like the blank screen, but the basis and the structure which must be provided must not be absent. If it is absent, then our code is not correct or it will go in a blunder. If there are no statements in the body of a function, the return type must be void, and void functions will not return to anything. So if we are not interested into specifying anything in into the function body, then we need to specify it to void, because void will not return to anything. So defining an empty body is often useful for testing the face of a completed program. So leaving some face empty will be helpful in the testing of a complicated program. Allows us to run the program with only selected functions to do something. So these are all the parameters for defining a function. So let me just write a block of code, and let's end this functions topic for now today. So let me go into the GDB compiler and we will write a code there. So if you did not watch my previous video, I provide the link in the description. You may go and watch it. And for the source code of this program now, I will provide the link in the description. You may go and watch it. So if you did not subscribe to my channel, do subscribe to it and share it across your friends. So let me go to the GDB compiler without wasting time. Here we come to the GDB compiler. So in this program today we will try to print the square of a number. You can do it with int and float also. So let me just try with the int, and then we will go to the float data type. Okay, and I'm declaring int main here. Here we are going to declare the int square int x. It is a variable assigned above. So let me just declare other two variables also and try to print a statement here. Printf, we will enter a number to be squared. Okay, and just a new line, and we are going to declare a scanf function also and address it here %d. See to it that you're not going to do any mistakes while writing these codes, because performing a small mistake also will not let your code compile. So take care of small mistakes. Mistakes happen with human beings. Okay, printf square of, as we are going to declaring the int main function, int data type, we are going to take only %d because it is an integral value. Okay, %d is %d. Okay, we are going to square an integer and going to get an integer out. Okay, and we will address it to variables here. So our function here is ended. Now let us just take another statement, piece of statements, and just try to declare something here also. So here I am going to declare this statement and just returning to p. If you are going to return to 0, then the number you are going to print will give you 0. So if you are going to return to value p, the number you are going to print is assigned to p, and you will get the output accordingly. Okay, let me just check it for 5. The square number of 5 is 25. Hope my code is very clear. So we have done nothing. We have just declared int square int x data type here with an int x variable, and just declare two other variables and printed some lines. So let me just check it for cubing. Okay, the code is same for cubing also, but need to make changes in the code, only small modifications. So changing it here will help us to declare the function in another way. So let us just check cube 125. So my code here is correct without any complications or mistakes. So let us just check it for the float also in the same way. If you did not subscribe to my channel, do subscribe to our channel for more interesting updates. So let us just declare f. As we are assigning the float, we need to make changes where we have assigned to int. So my changes are done. So we will get the numbers after cubing or squaring in the decimal points. Okay, let me just check it. It will ask for the number to be squared. So I'll ask it for 5. So the cube number of 5.000 is 125. So if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe to our channel Brickworld Coder.